Okay, we have somebody in the audience who is live streaming this, and the person who's live streaming this, who does Clubhouse debates,
that God does not exist. So because they believe that God is, hold on one second. Because they believe God is fictional, they think that that they can just say, well, I don't believe God exists for the same reason I don't believe that leprechauns exist. But we have good reasons to believe that leprechauns do not exist. So if God does not exist in the same sense that somebody says leprechauns don't exist, then they should explain why we have good reasons to believe that God does not exist, but they don't have that. This is an adolescent level of debate here when people bring up Santa Claus, unicorns, and God in the same category. It's absurd. It's not intellectually rigorous.
What is your argument that God exists?
Oh, what is my rationale that God exists? Okay,
Yes.
Do you want me to give it in this syllogism?
You can just give me a proof.
If the God of the Bible exists and he has the requisite character set and the power to effectuate creation, and he reveals himself in a way that is undeniable and uncontestable, then he would exist. Premise 2, the creation around us is undeniable and uncontestable, a revelation of that God. Therefore, God exists. Now, you won't be able to object to premise 1. So you're probably going to have to object to premise 2. Good luck. Would you like to refute premise 2?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So if you look to an atom, the atom doesn't need any more than itself to exist. So why would I think there is a God behind it?
Okay, so an atom is an atom eternal?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then you no longer can put the atom on the table as being self-contained and non-dependent.
Why is that?
Okay, I don't think you're understanding it. Okay, either an object such as an atom is either absolute within itself and requires no derivativeness, or the atom is derivative and it cannot explain itself. Is an atom self-contained, absolute, and unconditionally non-dependent and non-derivative?
Yes, it is absolute at the point where it exists. Not being eternal is not equal to being absolute. I don't know where you got this definition from.
Okay, so what you're saying is we have a contingent object that exists, it comes into existence contingently, but the moment that it comes into existence, it becomes non-contingent. Is that your position?
Yes.
And how did you determine that?
By the fact that you created a contradictory sentence yourself. You made up a sentence.
You're not. Yeah, this is going right
it's
over
like
your head. Okay?
You said something that is true or false.
Okay. How did you determine, first of all, have you determined that the atom is chronologically contingent? Have you made that determination?
No.
Okay, so is an atom...
Although I can go with you in that...
Sir, listen to me. Yeah. Sir, I'm not the one who's confused here, but I'm trying to help you. Okay? Now, have you determined that an atom is chronologically contingent or chronologically not contingent?
Let's explore the idea that it is contingent.
No, sir, we're not exploring anything. You're going to give me an answer to what your position is. You said you can explain the world without God. Okay? You gave me an example of an atom. Therefore, you're saying that the atom does not necessitate referencing, deriving, and depending upon God, that it is simply absolute within itself. Now, your position is that the atom, does the atom exist chronologically, contingently, or non-contingently?
I would say contingently.
Okay, now, once the atom comes into existence,
How much
contingently.
you know about atoms?
Okay.
That's not religion.
Please
That's
stop.
science.
Please stop.
You're
Please
conflating
stop.
two fucking subjects that
Please
have to do.
stop. All right. Wow. People really need to stop smoking pot. Okay. Now, since the atom comes into existence contingently and then remains non-contingently, you said you can explain the arrival of the atom without God. What is the singular ultimate origin of the atom that is not God?
A field that can create atoms in a discrete manner through time.
Okay. Are you saying that a field is that which is the ultimate origin of the atom?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that field itself eternal, without beginning, non-contingent, and absolute within itself?
Yeah, time doesn't apply to it.
Okay, I'm not talking about time. I'm saying, is the
It doesn't.
field? Sir, listen to me. I'm well studied
Yes,
in the issue of time. I'm not as well studied as I would like to be, but you're making a big mistake by introducing time into this, okay? And I'm actually helping you. You don't want to go there. Now,
tell me.
the field that you say to that is the source of the atom, okay, is the field in question that you're referring to eternal, without beginning, and unconditionally non-dependent and non-derivative?
It doesn't live in a temporal space, so it doesn't. Speaking about the beginning doesn't make any sense here.
Okay, is the field eternal?
Also, it doesn't live within temporal space, so eternal doesn't mean any sense.
You're incorrect. Okay. Now,
how?
I'm trying to explain to you this concept. Okay. Eternal just simply means without beginning and without end. Is the field without beginning?
But you're supposing temporality here. It can be that it's
Sir, is the field beginningless, or did it begin to exist? Excuse me, did it begin to exist, or did it not begin to exist?
It exists. Okay, I would say it is eternal. Okay, just to go with your flow.
No, I want you to tell me what you sincerely believe. Is the field
okay, so
that is
let
the
me tell you
origin?
something.
Sir, stop, or I'll move on to somebody else. I'm not the one who's confused here. You're the one making the grandiose universal declaration that there is no God because an individual atom exists without reference to God, but the atom exists because of a field. Now, is the field beginningless?
It doesn't make sense to speak about it like that way.
Sir, I'm not the one who's confused here. You're the one making the universal declaration here, which you stepped up the plate, that you said that you could defend it. Now, I am asking you to defend it. Now, is the field that makes God superfluous, making God unnecessary, is this field beginningless?
As I told you again and again, it doesn't make any sense to ask this question because it's untemporal.
Okay, sir, you just listen to me. A field is either going to begin or it's not going to begin. Which is it?
No, it's you're speaking within a temporal concept here, but if it is untemporal, it doesn't make sense. If you speak about two logical propositions, do they begin? They don't begin.
Listen.
They're untemporal.
You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Now,
How?
is a field temporal or atemporal?
It's atemporal.
Okay. Now, how do you know that?
Because it's a consistent composition to think about it like that way. Can you
there
prove
it
me
is.
wrong?
It's because of its structure. It's because of its structure, Darth,
okay.
right there.
Oh yeah, the universal structure. Yeah.
Can you prove it? Can you prove it temporal?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Listen carefully.
Yeah.
I do not mind somebody interrogating me and having me defend my worldview. But at this juncture, You don't have the luxury, and you know what what I don't mind is I don't mind banning your dumbass, which I just did, and you're gone. Okay. All right. Why did that not work? That did not work. Hold on.